I think we've been married about 16 years. In NakhonPhanom, you cannot hire an agency. So always keep your expectations as low as possible. It's always kind of a stressful little moment in Thailand when you're at the mercy of immigration. Here you can also do your online 90-day immigration. Normally I don't talk that much. If you ever meet me, I'm more of a listener than a talker. You look wonderful today. Well, that was 2.5 hours.
10 booths and only 3 people working.
The only thing different this time was they actually wanted to see. Well, good morning, beautiful people. Chuck here in ThatPhanom, Thailand. We are taking a break from our travels to handle some logistical stuff before we make our next trip. There is a storm brewing just on the other side of the mountains in Vietnam and Laos. So we're gonna get another round of rain. Hopefully won't last more than 3 days. For the people that are new to the channel, this channel is just about really everyday life in Thailand, sharing our ups and downs, our travels, our stuff that we need to handle to be expats in Thailand, loud bird noises, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, everyday life. And if you like to see everyday life videos, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Today's video is going to be about how to extend your long stay in Thailand. My mom, let me kind of give you the quick story on my mother, because today is the day we're going to extend her 1-year visa in NakhonPhanom in the city, at actually the new immigration office in NakhonPhanom, which is good because the other one, the parking was horrible, like nowhere to park really. But initially when we brought mom to Thailand, it was during kind of the end of the pandemic, and we were going to get her a 90-day tourist visa, really a 60-day tourist visa with a 90-day extension. And when I did the research online, what it said at that time was you had to set up an appointment, and you know, within a couple of days of going down to the consulate in the Houston city and then getting her visa there. So when we got to America to get mom, and we were going to visit for a little while, they changed the rules where you couldn't go in, and then you had to do an online visa. But you couldn't request the online, you had to do it within 2 or 3 weeks prior to it, and we ran out of time. So I have a law office that I always recommend to our viewers. The information's in the description box. He has gotten literally thousands of our viewers visas, bank accounts. He can get you a visa in a matter of a couple of hours in the Bangkok immigration. You kind of walk through there like you're Noah. But yeah, she had to do that last time. We just got her in on a 30-day stamp and went to the hotel. They picked us up, went to the motion. She got a 3-month visa stamp, a bank account, and another 12-month visa stamp, all in the same day in a matter of 2 hours. So after that, we planned on doing it ourselves the following year. But when you go through a agency or the law office, they put the money in for you, the 800,000 baht, get the stamps, and then they take it out. So last year, and there was some massive confusion, we went to immigration to do mom's extension, and they wanted her to go across the border into Laos and start over. Oh, we were not happy. And my mom had just was recovering from her hip surgery. And yeah, we've made it through that. But the reasoning was, and here's the deal. Every immigration office is completely different. And sometimes every immigration officer is completely different, which makes no sense, but Thailand sometimes doesn't make sense. So they took the money out, and when they looked at the bank statement, they say, oh, well, you put the money in and you took it out. And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, they know it was an agency. They could see it was a VIP service. They don't have a problem with that. But the problem was the money came in and the money came out. So I was trying to explain to them, I was like, look, you guys say you have to have the money in there for 12 months, for 1 year. The money's been in there for almost 14 months because we got a 3-month stamp and a 12-month stamp. So when they put the money in, they took it out, and then we went ahead and put the money right in. Like a week later, when we got back here, I transferred the money. So it was in over a year, and for whatever reason, it just couldn't settle in to them that was the case, and they just said go. But we kind of just hung out in the immigration office, and you know, they finally all agreed that they would let it slide this time. I'm like, oh, you know, thank you so very much, you know, sorry, this and that. But again, I was like, what the hell? So anyway, the money hasn't left the account since that point. We actually got Mom another account, which is her spending account, and we just leave that money. It's 800,000 baht you have to leave in the account for the whole year. The rules say, first off, the bank account has to be in your name. Second, and this is the rules, but like I said, they could change depending on where you're at. So before I continue, if you guys are coming to Thailand or not here, you need to check in with immigration immediately when you get your permanent address, where you're going to be staying, whether it's a hotel or whatever it is. You have to report to immigration, and they will instruct you on what you need to do, because most of the time when you come in, it's on a 90-day, and then you have to get that extended for 1 year. Most cases, unless you get the OA visa, which I highly do not recommend. I have a video on the best way to stay long term, and it's got some good information, but it also has some websites that you can look. The OA requires you to continuously have health insurance and a specific amount of health insurance. So I recommend getting health insurance 100%, but I recommend getting it here on your own terms, get your own pricing, and not do that. That being said, don't get the visa in your home country like America. Get it here in Thailand. Here it's an O visa, there it's an OA visa. Of course, all that might change anyway, who knows? But where was I at? So we set up Mom a bank account so she could have a spending account. And the 800,000 must stay in 3 months before the expiration date of the visa, 3 months after the renewal, and it can't go below 400. So same with me and my situation. I did the same for Mom. We just keep an account with 800,000 baht in it. Actually a little more. And the interest it gains pays for the fees, whatever it takes to get the visa renewed the following year. The visa renewal fee is 1,900 baht. So we shouldn't have any problem. I'm going to bring you guys along. Hopefully it'll be easy. I think the hardest problem we had last year was the bank wouldn't give us a copy. You have to go to the bank to get your annual statements and make copies of the bank book. That you have to update the bank book right there and make some copies. And the bank wouldn't do it for us. It was really, really irritating. So that was my bank, Bangkok Bank in NakhonPhanom, which we have a lot of money in that account. Sometimes I felt like saying, you know what, just give me my money. But it's not super easy to get an account over here. Most of the time, it's very difficult to get a bank account in Thailand unless you have a long-term visa. I know somebody's going to comment, no, Chuck, blah, 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 because they're forgetting what I'm saying is every situation's different, every person's different. So if you get a bank account, then awesome for you. A lot of times especially in Chonburi, if you buy their little insurance that they're trying to sell for like 5,000 baht for the year, the emergency medical, then they'll give you the bank account. But, you know, if it doesn't work for you and you're on a tourist visa, then just keep going to other banks if you want to. We ended up a long time ago given up. I couldn't get a bank account, so we just put one in my wife's name, and we transferred money into that. So the money was here by the time we got here. Anyway, going to bring you along for the process, and yeah, good morning. We've been traveling a lot. We just came from up north in Chiang Rai. We went up that way not really knowing exactly, you know, Mother Nature. It's not like super predictable. So we had to turn back around and come back. The Kalk River was flooding. The Mekong River, which was the main problem from where we were at in Chiang Rai City, was like 80 kilometers away. So I didn't know that the other rivers were going to flood like they did. So we had to come back. But we've been monitoring the floods here, you know, the whole trip there. The mom said the water went down quite a bit from yesterday's video, so we're going to go see her again. Hopefully this storm, you know, if it comes directly here, it won't affect too much upriver, because the problem is upriver is when it gets flooded, that's when we have a downriver, you know, it gets high. So she still yesterday had over 1 meter before it would enter her house, which is quite a bit. A little over 3.5 feet, I think, is what it would have to rise. Mekong River is very wide, very big. It would take a lot of water to get up there. It's possible. It's not like she's not going to have a warning. It'll hit her porch first, and we'll just get her things and bring them upstairs and be done with it. We'd have plenty of time to do that. So I think it's going to be okay. I don't think this rain's going to last more than a couple of days. Usually it's not as big of a system as the last one that came, but when it hits the mountains in Vietnam and the mountains in Laos, it only turns into rain here. So we don't get that much high winds. Some, but not many. Not much, I should say. So we'll go check out the level this afternoon. But a lot of people throughout the videos were definitely concerned about Mom's well-being, but she's good. And we weren't there during that part, but we were watching it, but there's plenty of people there to help her get her things and move her upstairs. And her landlord's been really awesome about that. It's raining right now, or I'd walk you down to the river. We'll go walk down the river and just I'm ordering my soup right now, and we'll walk down there. My mother-in-law always makes awesome breakfast in the morning. I just can't handle some of the breakfast is usually their biggest meal, and I just rather have something light. But I can't eat that because it kind of gives me a little bit of heartburn for the day. I eat definitely a lot of spicy food. I'm gonna try something like that. That looks really good. But in the morning, not so much. This is my happy wife, Paige. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think we've been married now. Our anniversary will be next month. Yeah, really. I don't know the date. I think it's like the 19th or something.
I gotta get it.
I think we've been married about 16 years this next month. Yeah, something like that. Paige handles all of my logistical stuff. She does the immigration stuff for me and helps. Well, she does it for Mom too. I could probably do it by myself, but it's easier and less stressful for the immigration if somebody there can speak Thai. And they know us, so it's easier that way. In NakhonPhanom, you cannot hire a agency. They won't allow it. That being said, you can hire somebody, like your friend, and they will walk you through it. I recommend, no matter where you're at, to bring somebody who speaks Thai. I know somebody's going to put, no, Chuck, I do it all by myself, but this is for like new people, just to kind of get used to what's going on. Find a friend to help you with your stuff, and you can just pay them like 1,000 baht most of the time, and they'll come to immigration office with you and help you get your stuff, because sometimes you might need this or that, or be confused. That's the thing to do, is be confused. So Paige usually helps me with that stuff here. Just makes it easier. That was our agreement anyway. Like I was just going to be the dumb kid in the corner because I did everything in America, so. But she doesn't do everything. But I probably still am the dumb kid in the corner. Let's go to the river and look. This is the mighty Mekong River. Well, if it came down, didn't come down very much, a little bit. I think it was touching that last pole by the, for whatever reason, door right there. Yeah, so it's maybe gone down a little bit. This is a little border patrol, marine police right here, station. Yeah, gonna get more rain. It didn't go down much here. Okay, we are about to go. You can check with your local immigration prior to getting your extension. Once you've been here for a year, they usually have a checklist of what you need. We're gonna go off of last year's checklist with the assumption that maybe we need something else today. Maybe we won't be able to get it today. So always keep your expectations as low as possible. I went online and got the TM7 form, got her bank book. She'll need some pictures that you can get at Photoshop, some visa pictures. We got plenty last year. I got a lot of extra, so I didn't have to do it this year. But I'm gonna share the website for the immigration. It's a very important website because here you can also do your online 90-day immigration. When you first get to Thailand and you do your first 90-day check-in, you have to go to the office, the immigration office, to do your check-in. And then after that, you can go online and do it 90 days. Some people say in their province it doesn't work, and some people say in that same province it works. So I think it's just a matter of getting the exact correct information, especially the home address that you gave them initially when you checked in and gave them your permanent resident address. Make sure you have a copy of that, so that's what you put in exactly on the 90-day check-in online. But you know, a lot of times you can ask the immigration officer for help and getting you set up, you know, how to do the online check-in. But normally I do my mom's 90-day and my 90-day online. I get a multiple entry stamp. My mom doesn't really travel outside the country, so we only see immigration twice. Once for me and once for my mom on the extension. So theoretically this won't take very long. Just need to get all the paperwork. Normally there is a person at the front counter that verifies all the documents. Make sure you have everything correct, and then they'll give you a number to go into the immigration office and see the officer. So right now we are gonna go to mom, get mom, and head to her bank, and we'll talk more about it when we get there. Let's go see how the water level is in mom's house. I know I'm gonna be talking a lot today, I apologize, but this is just one of those videos of everyday life and also some information on how we get our visa extension here in NakhonPhanom province. Normally I don't talk that much. If you ever meet me, I'm more of a listener than a talker, but I can't do it here on the camera or it would just be like awkward because there's nobody talking to me except cow gum. Waiting on Paige. My birthday is in a few days. My mom, funny moms are funny sometimes. She bought me something. She goes, I didn't know what to get somebody that has everything, or somebody that has very little and happy with very little. So she bought me that. Funny. I was surprised it came with a putter. I would think that, you know, you'd want to practice with your own putter. But it's actually a pretty cool little putter that it just unscrews. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look wonderful today.
Thank you. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot she's out there. You want to leave the door for her? Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to do this? Get it over with? I did show you my back. It's really went down. I'm so happy.
You brought your
Huh?
piece the wind blew off.
There's 3 pieces, but you know how good that was just one. And that one's growing good. Look how much it went down.
Yeah, it did go down a lot.
Look, see all the way here?
Mm-hmm.
It was all, this was all covered.
Mm-hmm.
And then over here you can see, there's the pictures I tried to show you. And that septic thing has gone down.
Mm-hmm.
You can start seeing the bushes.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's gone down a lot.
It went down a lot, didn't it? That's because it hasn't rained.
Okay, we're getting the paperwork organized. Right now, we just need to make sure we have copies of everything in the passport that has something on it. And we're gonna have 2 copies of that. Whether we need 1 copy or 2 copies, we always bring 2 copies. So 2 copies of everything in her passport. We're gonna have to go get her bank book updated. We gotta go get every page of the bank book that has something on it. A copy, 2 copies of that, and copy of the yearly statement.
Need to draw a map.
Oh, we need to draw a map. I forgot.
Need
Dang.
to draw a map of the house.
I wish I would have done that on the computer.
You need a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Just a paper.
We got to draw a map of how to get to the house. We had one, but we didn't make a copy of it, so we'll just make another one. Okay, we are in the city of NakhonPhanom. This is where my mom banks. It's a government bank. It's the bank that the law office got my mom in the Bangkok immigration. They have all the banks there too, where the immigration office is. And really this is a good bank because it's a government bank and she can get her statement the same day. I know somebody's gonna put, Chuck, I can get mine the same day and I'm at Bangkok Bank. Where I live in NakhonPhanom, our bank takes several days to get a statement. Why? I don't know. I can't say, well, John's bank in wherever Phnom gets theirs the same day. I don't think they really care. I'm just saying my bank, Bangkok Bank, takes a few days. Mom's bank is here. We can get the statement as of last time the same day. We need a 1-year bank statement and an affidavit from the bank. They know the affidavit that states that this is her official account. 2 pieces of paper and an updated bank book. I'm only being sarcastic because you guys can look in the description box. There'll be people that didn't really watch the video, but they'll tell me how whatever I'm saying is different from their experience, which is great to share, but they'll say whatever I'm doing is not true, even though I'm only sharing my experience. I love people. Don't you love people? Well, this is a government bank and today it is busy. It has been exactly 2 hours right now and they're still sitting in the lobby waiting for their number to be called. Thailand. I know Paige is really hungry right now because it's 12:30. Well, that was 2.5 hours.
They don't care about it fast.
Well, let's go get something to eat. I know you guys are hungry.
I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast. There's like, what, 10 booths and only 3 people working?
Okay, I got to keep the bookkeeper happy, so let's eat first.
Okay.
Watch your step.
That was fun.
Okay, the name of this place is On Sunday. On Sunday. And really good Isan food. Of course, we're in Isan, so I guess it's just food. Well, we are back to the print shop where we were last year to get all the copies. Our banks here in this town, they don't want to give copies. Somebody had mentioned bringing a copier. I'm not going to bring a power supply and a printer and all that with me. We're here getting copies here, and then next stop immigration. It's 2 o'clock. Our expectations are we're not getting the passport stamp today. That's my expectation, because we don't know if we need something else when we get there, or if the person to sign the stamp's even there. So we may have to come back tomorrow. Okay, we have arrived at the new NakhonPhanom Thai immigration. As usual, I cannot bring you in here, so wish us luck. We might need it. Okay, Mom can stay in Thailand 1 more year.
Yay.
Wasn't too bad. A little over an hour. It was actually pretty quick. There wasn't anybody here though.
Yeah,
So the only thing different this time was they actually wanted to see the lease agreement, and we had already, because her landlord was already prepared to have stamps, postal stamps, so that they could mail that down to Bangkok for tax reasons. Like if you're leasing a home somewhere here, I'm only talking about here, then you have to have a copy of that, and they have to mail it in, and we're required to have the stamps to put on the envelope. So other than that, everything was pretty much good, normal. We weren't expecting it to get done today. We were hoping. And yeah, let's get Mom home and try to get home before the rain. Well, very happy that's done. It's always kind of a stressful little moment in Thailand when you're at the mercy of immigration. I don't know why this fell. When you're at the mercy of somebody who's going to allow you to stay here where you've kind of settled in for another year. But like I was saying earlier in other videos too, if you're not always try to be permanent in Thailand, it becomes less stressful. Not for everybody, but just in my opinion. Anyway, guys, we're going to have some dinner here. Paige's brother, who came here from Houston to visit a short period of time. We'll be back for Christmas. We're taking him to the airport in the morning, so we'll know in the afternoon. But we're having a little party of whatever for him tonight. So yeah.
Better integration between the shelving.
Cheers. Chong Gao. Chong Gao. That is like a soup stock with a lot of vegetables that heat up, and then that's beef. You just put it in there in little spoons and cook it. Good to go. Got some glass noodle also. Alright guys, going to end the video. I hope you got something out of today's video. Remember, only sharing our adventure and our experience and giving you guys some small advice, some hints, some clues on what it might take for you to share the same experience as us. If you like today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you got time, subscribe to the channel. A lot of awesome things coming. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye.